what I found. Adventurers. Yeehaw. Welcome to another adventure, everybody. I am back in Maine with my buddy Justin from It's Good in the Woods, and we decided to drag Doc Watson out with us again. If you remember, we did a winter hammock camping adventure recently, well, last winter, and right now we're in Maine on Flagstaff Lake, and pulled over at this rad campsite to take a little break. It's in the 40s and gray and a little cold, but my goodness, check out this view. How freaking cool is this? Water's crazy low. What, the view is insane.
Somebody left some fireball.
Nice. All kinds of crazy stuff here though. Otherwise a pretty cool site. People pack in all sorts of stuff. Definitely not a... Drink it. Take a sip. I'll give you $1. It's probably pee.
Probably is.
It's funny. What a cool site though. Super cool site. Big old fire pit, a table, a bar. They took the bar. Nice. Anyways, we're taking a break. I don't think we're staying here, but we're going to figure that out. Maybe. But my goodness. Collectively, we have decided to stay here at this site. It's an awesome site. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was probably awake since probably 03 this morning. Drove like 6 hours to get here, and the view is incredible. It's a really, really cool site. So we're gonna stay here. We're gonna set up, hang out, relax, get a nice fire rocking, warm up a bit. This is the coldest and grayest day of the trip. It's supposed to improve, and so we're gonna just sit this one out, hang out, eat some food, have some drinks, and then tomorrow probably move on. So let's get to it and set up our shelter. The plan of attack for this trip was to squeeze as much comfort as I could into a small space and pack as light as I could, but stay warm and stay comfortable. So I chose my MSR Hubba Hubba 1, which is, I mean, this thing's like a coffin tent. It's super small, but it has mesh, thick mesh pretty high up, and helps keep the breeze down. I have a new bag for this trip. It's an REI 15 degree Magma. I have the Kilos Gear sleeping pad, and underneath it I have my Nemo switchback, so I should be quite comfortable. I've got a small memory foam pillow, the Climate memory foam pillow, and I kind of went overboard on some things like layers. got some fire hose lined pants on, some wool sweater. Even my camp chair has an underquilt on it. So name of the game is warm, comfortable, but not pack too much stuff. So I think we did that. So I'm interested to see how this bag works tonight. I have high hopes. I hope it does well. So that's it. We're all set up and it's time to start hanging out. So we're gonna give these a whirl. These are some new fire starters I made. I have a video which I can put a card up for here where I make my own fire starters using all the sawdust that I collect, as well as the little bits of candle wax that are left. Just mix it and pour it into an egg carton. But for this trip I needed some fire starters and I was out of egg cartons, so I had a little silicone mold for casting resin, and I just took some brown paper from an Amazon package, shoved it in the mold, and did the same thing. So I'm curious to see how well this works. So let's take a look. I think we got enough for the night. What do you think? It's not even all of it.
No, yeah. That'll do for tonight. No, the sea is. I hold that fish in very high regard.
This is epic. It's out of control.
Exactly.
Look at the clouds over the mountains over there. It's like a little sunspot. You guys, you don't understand right now. This is out of control. It is, I don't know, bittersweet is the only word that I can think of. There are so many elements at work right now that make this a pretty special spot and moment. The solitude, the scenery, even the weather. The weather is on the cusp of being bad, but it's not. There's enough cold in the air to sting, but it also adds to the stillness and just the beauty of this place. Is out of control. It's so nice. It's pretty perfect. How freaking cool is this?
Cheers, Pepper. Earth, wind, fire, water.
How dare you? How dare you? You hear this guy? How you hear this guy?
Oh, I'm too old.
That's true.
That's true. 57. Caught me off guard last night. I had the same conversation. Oh shit! You look great, Doc. That was Captain Planet, man.
Oh, Captain Planet?
He's our hero.
I never watched that.
He's gonna take species down to zero.
Okay. Shh. Oh. So for dinner this evening, we are going to do a DIY dehydrated meal. Lasagna noodles, no boil lasagna noodles that I crushed and vacuum sealed with some dehydrated turkey. We have some dehydrated mushrooms as well as some dehydrated onion in there. Oh, and I can't forget the dehydrated tomato paste that contributes enough red to the recipe to make it edible and delicious.
It's gonna be terrible.
You're terrible. Doesn't look like much now, but hopefully it amounts to something. DIY lasagna is a success with the addition of Justin's cheesy skillet bread of some sort.
Asiago.
Asiago.
Cheese.
Yeah, Asiago bread. Coffee provisions for this trip. Brought some sugar, some powdered milk, and we're using the tubed coffee concentrate again. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but we're going to use it up. It's pretty convenient, so we're going to do that. I'm going to have some breakfast. For breakfast this morning, I have a DIY loaded hash brown meal that I made and dehydrated, and we're going to add a couple of sliced up sausage links to it. It's going to be great.
Doc, do you like chocolate milk? I sure do. I'll get a cup. Look at him come running. Wow.
Lots of history here. Super cool. It's unfortunate that it's sitting here, but still pretty sweet. There's an old motor over here. I'm guessing. Old motor of sorts. And there's another one way back in there. But it's very cool. Some remnants of the folks that used to live here before they decided to flood it. Awesome. Well, back on the water, folks. Day 2 on the beautiful Flagstaff Lake. The weather is much nicer today, so hopefully the video quality will improve too. With the fancy camera out, fancy microphones, all that good stuff, so that you folks can get some entertainment out of this ordeal. But it was a fantastic night, and as you can see, I've paddled away from shore for a couple of minutes now, and it's still 6-7 inches deep. Very, very shallow, low water right now. But we're moving on. That was a beautiful sight, and we're gonna check out a different one. Make our way into a different area of the lake. Hopefully we catch a fish today, so fingers crossed.
You guys want to go see the old school foundation?
Why not?
Good morning, everybody. We're back on the water.
So right now we are on a small island, and legend has it this used to be where the school was for the town. And of course it wasn't always an island, but we left our campsite, short paddle over, a really pretty spot, and we're heading that way further into a different part of the lake, but we're going to check this out. There's a fire pit, so clearly folks camp here. There's the foundation. This used to be a school, you said?
Yep, the old schoolhouse.
It's really cool to be able to see, but at the same time you feel for these people. It's pretty cool.
Imagine what it was like back when there was a school here.
Yeah, in the
Must
fifth.
have been like pretty cool spot to go to school.
I bet.
Until it wasn't.
Yeah, very cool. Bet these walls have some stories. So it looks like the forecast for today, wind-wise, is a little bit inaccurate, which you have to be prepared for. But this lake's got a reputation for being quite windy, and today is no exception. So I had to put the fun camera gear away already, and we broke out the double blades to help contend with the wind. So we're gonna follow this shoreline down that's directly across from the schoolhouse island and follow the coast a bit and maybe make our crossing to our destination. But we're not gonna take any chances because it's quite windy, air temps are low, and water temps are quite low as well. So if you fell in this water, it would not take long. Probably could have got away with a dry suit today, but we decided to just not really take any risks instead. We shall see. hit this shoreline over here. I'm gonna take a look around this bend and see how it looks for us. The wind is not too crazy, but when the water is cold, you gotta be super careful. That's a big old rock. It's the official unit of measurement, by the way. Big ol'. Pretty cool. It's a neat little beach right here. This wouldn't normally be a beach, but the water is so dang low that we're able to hop on all these little pieces of shoreline. Yeah, she's windy. Not a lot of fun. I have a feeling that means we're gonna be stuck. Caca.
Gusty wind, very windy, really cold water.
Yeah, that would be a foolish undertaking.
It might not look so down in the GoPro,
It's quite sketchy out there, everybody, so we're gonna forego the crossing and all that good stuff. Unfortunately.
No good, Doc, no good.
Quite dangerous. Water's cold, wind is ripping. Probably hard to tell on the wide angle and having this microphone with a screen over it, but it's pretty gnarly, so not a good idea. So that's a bit of a bummer, not being able to make any progress in the direction that we had hoped for. But still gonna have some fun in other parts of the lake. That's a rock, that's a rock. Yeah, there's a lot of dangers with paddling and stuff like this. So I'm gonna focus, eye on the prize, to get back into the safe zone. Hey, doggy.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow, where'd the lake go? Water is so shallow. Literally just pulling along, pulling along. We are quite determined to make it to this area, considering the last place we wanted to explore was a dud because of the wind. But we made it through, we made it through. That all used to be water. What a bummer. That was like Stump City. No moose sightings, but definitely signs of them. some tracks, big old tracks. Pretty cool. There's a big boy. This moved to step 2 to step 1.
Tons of fun, tons of fun.
Here's my tent, all tucked in. Right down there is where we're hanging out. Cleared some brush and found us a spot. Made it work.
Oh.
Dinner tonight's gonna be great. DIY ramen packs. I dehydrated some veggies. We have some carrot, green pepper, mushroom, onion. Also dehydrated some ground turkey. Vacuum sealed it in a little pack with a pack of ramen and the seasoning. Awesome. It's about to get real interesting, folks. I've never eaten moose before. Doc was kind enough to bring some moose steak. We cooked it on the fire. Moose steak, Asiago cheese bread, and some ramen. A heck of a smorgasbord. Aha. It finally happened.
Cold. Yeah. Stings me here.
This is going to be awesome. So we baked some English muffins at home. I brought those. Justin's got some eggs from the homestead and some sausage gravy that he freeze dried, which came out awesome. This is going to be great. And what a place, man, to eat breakfast. Look at this, dude. So cool.
Awesome.
Let's get to it. Back on the water, everybody, on this gorgeous, gorgeous morning. This has been a hell of an experience. A hell of an experience so far. The weather is out of this world for this time of year. So it's fall in Maine. I know it's somewhat early fall, but today the high is supposed to be 60 degrees. The wind is supposed to be 2 miles an hour, which is almost non-existent depending on where you are. But we are leaving camp. We did some wild camping last night. We had a great time. Insane view. Probably the nicest view I've ever had on a trip, to be honest with you, from a campsite. Great view. And we are making our way around the Horn, and we're going to head back towards the access point, Myers Lodge, and we're going to camp somewhere in that area at one of the designated sites, I think, is the plan. And then tomorrow we'll just paddle across to the access point and start the journey home. But for today, we have a hell of a day to enjoy. So let's get to it.
pretty incredible right now. It's so quiet. So cool. Always some critter tracks too right here. Look at this mama. That is a big animal. Some coyote tracks as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I never get tired of seeing this stuff.
Alright folks, camp's all set up. I'm a bit beat, bit roasted from the sun. That paddle was gorgeous, but the sun was just in your face and it was intense for I think a few hours. But before I settled in and set up the time lapse for this fantastic sunset that is taking place behind me, I figured I'd give you a quick tour of camp. So here we've got the MSR Hubba Hubba 1. I showed you that folks already. Justin's got his Eureka set up over here. That's where we're hanging out, watching the sunset. So Doc will have a pretty serious view from the hammock. It's pretty awesome. How cool is this, everybody? Our buddy Doc ties flies apparently, and I didn't know that until the end of the trip. LOL. And he gifted me these beautiful flies. That's awesome. Thanks so much. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to have us a dirty rice mix tonight for dinner. Rice, dehydrated turkey, onions, mushrooms, carrots, green peppers, all that good stuff. It's not a moose steak, but it should be good.
That'll do, Docky. That'll do.
It probably doesn't look like much on camera, but it's probably going to be pretty good. This is the dirty rice DIY meal. And I added some of these fantastic horseradish pickles to it. It's going to be awesome. Wicked excited. Do it! Oh my god, it smells so good. If you ever wondered what snickerdoodle bread cooked in a cast iron pan over a campfire looks like, drizzled with maple syrup, there you go. Unfortunately for all of you, you don't get to smell it or eat it, and I do. Wah, wah, wah.
Right in the face. Well, good morning, folks. It's been a heck of a trip, and we have a heck of a view this morning. So this morning, all that's left to do is have our coffee and then paddle probably a couple hundred yards to our access point and head on home. So there isn't a whole lot to show you folks for the duration of this trip. But I did want to take some time at the end to talk to everybody and thank you for watching if you made it this far. Also, to do the usual reminder, to like the video, hit the subscribe button, and set the notification bell to all, because it is supremely helpful to small channels like myself. Oh, don't forget, YouTube has a great new feature. Under the video, by the comments, you can hype a video. That's a tool that allows small channels like myself to gain a little bit more traction. So if you could do that as well, I would appreciate it. Other than that, I think we're just going to be packing up this morning, heading out, and maybe we'll stop for breakfast on the road. But we got a good bit of a drive, so we're just going to get to it this morning, and I'll check in with you in a few minutes maybe. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you soon.